you know, class name should be treated class name. Every word first letter should be capital. Small, all the remaining words first to follow. You may have to follow that up. Probably you can expect some theoretical stating age, area, and share. One standard question: what are the features of Java programming language? Maybe that is one popular question. Explains which case with an example. Explain when I tell you to explain about the loops. You can write about for loop. You can write about while loop. You can write about do while. If you know, you can also write about the enhanced for loop. In Java, we have something called as enhanced for loop. You can use that enhanced for loop and you can also explain about it. So I don't know whether I have told about enhanced for loop or not. Some explanation about it. Assume that you have an array like this. 5 elements. This is one and one. I have 0, 1, 2, 3 R. Normally, whenever we want to access the elements of array, we want to store it somewhere. In such cases, we make use of for loop or enhanced for loop. Because in enhanced for loop, accessing data one by one, modifying the data, that will be slightly difficult. So I want to print all the elements of an array. I can make use of enhanced for loop. That's what, sir, how we use it. Let us assume I have here 30, 40, and then here I. If you make use of a for loop, teacher type I equal to 0, I less than 5, you want to print all the values. System double at array of I, you are going to print. This is what we are going to do. If in case I make use of it as a programmer, I should initialize it. I should check the condition. I should increment it during every iteration. Doing this, but instead of using a for loop, if I make use of a for loop, I will tell for okay, for which loop you are applying this for an array ARR. So I will tell ARR. Whatever body you have to give, that body we will give it. No problem. What your for that will be taken care by the for loop, enhanced for loop. You need not have to tell. Now, if I'm going I don't have to check the condition. I don't even have to increment. Then how does it work, sir? Every time I iterate over the data, does it work? Now, what you have to do is you should write in your loop like whatever is there in ARR. If another whatever is there in ARR, give it program. We call Java as from the language. That is in your program compulsorily, whenever you tell a variable, it is mandatory that it should associate with the proper data type. Simply tell X. I did not tell whether X is of integer, numeric, but in Java, compulsorily you should tell what type of data you have. All the data that I have here, they are integer data. I'm going to store in my during the first iteration. I have first location, first iteration, first data will be given to I have got X, I'm going to put an X. So what data has will it you? Yes. Need not worry. Loop will take care of it. See, it is something like all the high level activities will be taken care by the framework itself. I need not worry about it. Value, how to increment it. But one thing I can be very array. It is going to loop. But how does it work? About all those things, what is the necessity of the framework? I go to hotel, I tell that I want this food. So I want to have that food, I will order that food, I will have it, and I will cook in the oil. On which stove did he cook? How many, for how much time did he boil the rice? That is not required. It is his like word. How it is going to initialize how coded here. I need not worry about. One thing is, you during the iteration, every iteration, one value will be given to the variable X, and whatever it gives, I am going to print it. In case you have a question, explain the for loop, you can take one example. So how to make use of loop, how we use FY, and also you can speak about enhanced form at one for loop or enhanced. This is what I mean. So take one example, and based on that example, you can speak about it. So more or less in the first unit, it was pretty much about the theoretical stuff that we have discussed. So even if you get questions or for your exams, maybe some theoretical questions is what you can get. Difference between JDK, JRE, JVM, explain the features of Java programming, explain different types of the loops, like that. Some theoretical questions is what you need to tell. So syntax needs to be explained. doing, you can speak about it. So you can look at the weightage for the question accordingly. After that, in our second unit, I think we discussed about the classes, objects, then we discussed about constructors, we discussed about the static keyword. One thing that very often, very frequently, that you can keep expecting the question is, how do we make use of static variable in our program? Either they may ask you indirect question like that, or you can also expect a direct question where they will ask you, I want to count the number of objects created. How do we do it? Say, for example, I have a dog class. I have one, maybe you have told string type, name type, color of the dog, and also you might have told integer type, cost of the dog. Also, there is zero parameterized constructor. What is there inside that? I am not bothered about constructor. Tell string type name as the first, the second parameter, integer type cost in the body of the constructor. I am not worried about it. This is the closure of my dog class. Maybe emails, launch dog public static void main of the string, or you might create one dog object, dog type dog. I will create one more dog object, dog type. I think that maybe you have also created one dog object by passing the parameter. Now what I want to create here, it should tell me the output as 0. Because at this, if I check how many dog objects are created, how many dog objects are created, I should get my output as 2. If in case of new dog parameter, color of dog, I will tell 1000. Here if I check how many objects are so how do you measure the number of objects of it? We create one variable called count, and we will initialize it to object. You should increment the count. You should identify a mechanism in your program which gets called compulsorily every time an object is created. Very, very confident that I am going to constructor gets called. Either it is 0 parameterized or parameterized, but compulsorily constructor will get called. That I am very, very confident. Constructor, I am going to but if only this much, it will not bring the one way. Here, there is a variable called cost. They are all instance variable. Inside. So what happens when I create a dog object? There is a dog object that gets located memory for name. Memory gets cost and memory gets allocated. There is one more object that is for the name. Memory is allocated for the color, cost, parameterized constructor. Then one more object is created inside color, cost, and so the problem here is whenever we get this object, I'm going to call the constructor. Problem. Second time, it load to the constructor. There you are no for second dog, whatever count you have, that value becomes 1. Initially it will be 0. When it is it becomes 1. In other words, because you have declared this count as in the class, there is a separate count that is created. But what is your, if you wanted one single count for all the objects, I don't want a count here separately. I don't want it's sharing one single copy. Then what is that I have to do? I will have to declare that variable static. Will not be allocated inside an object. The static segment. There it will be count. So no matter how many objects and how many times you increment, every time I add the first time when I increment, it becomes 1. Second time, different dogs, all the 3 dog objects, they are sharing a single copy. If you remember, we did one example called farmer. In that, rate of interest was common. All the objects had to share. Right? Here the constructor when you increment becomes when parameterized constructor multiple becomes your responsibility to declare it as static. This is how I am going to count the objects as just to reiterate after. So this is one of the important programs because what will happen is how do we count the number of objects, because most of the applications will have. So make sure that you know how to write it, and after write the program, okay, what you can do. I didn't leave the comment that I wanted to tell. So I'm going to clear off everything. Okay, now in the same we all This method while understanding inheritance, how we had our discussion about super. What is the use of method? Another constructor within the same class. For example, you have a class called dog. Order without parameter. Again, order with one parameter, only one parameter, string type name, whatever you want, you have it done. I would like to call here. Calling another constructor, but not going outside calling from one constructor to another constructor. So if you are calling one constructor to another local chaining, how do you achieve local chaining? Your dog has a parent. Maybe X animal is the parent. Dog class, class dog, class animal, animal you child, you wanted to from parent constructor. What is the difference local chaining and constructor chaining? Or explain local chaining is the process of one constructor calling another is the process of child class constructor calling the parent class constructor. For write one example and show that this is how the class lecture we have discussed. Also, you know what method and a constructor is an important question. Same as have your own private, but now we have something called as Spring framework. In that Spring framework, we have something called as singleton class. In that singleton class, we make constructor as private. But apart from that Spring, apart from that singleton class, we never make our constructor private. And normally, what happens, unless and until you tell the access modifier here for my default private, I have not told anything. If programmer doesn't tell any access modifier, access modifier class, but for a method, it will not be same as that of the class. Whatever you tell public void fun method, private void fun method, like that, whatever access modifier you tell, it will have the access modifier. If you have not told anything, then it will be default. But if you have not mentioned anything, it will not consider it as default. Whatever is the access modifier of your class, that will be the same access modifier that will be used here. In every constructor, first line has to be either super method call or this method call. But in a method, it need not be super or this. So all the differences, whatever you have learned, maybe you can specify everything. After that, I think in the second unit, these many questions you can prepare. Those are the, some of the important questions. Write a program to count the number of objects that are created. Then maybe local chaining and constructor chaining. Then you can understand about constructor and the method differences. So whenever you answer to a theory question, see if there is a possibility to provide some examples. Because whenever you tell whatever you tell, examples will, make more sense. That will give an impression to the evaluator that yes, this student knows much beyond what is expected. So even though they don't ask it, make it a habit to provide an example always. So this is about the second unit. And in the third unit, I think we discussed about arrays and strings. Arrays and strings, for your interview, you can expect plenty of questions. There are n number of interview questions, the programming examples that you can expect. But at least for our syllabus, if I have to restrict ourselves and if I have to tell, maybe, counting the number of vowels and consonants in a program. That is one program that you can expect. Write a program to check whether the given string is anagram or not. Now, I think vowel and consonant that everybody knows how to do it. I'm not going to write the program. I'll just explain the logic. Assume that you have taken a string. Maybe you have taken a string called. In this string, you want to check how many vowels are there and how many consonants are there. So I owe you 1, 2, 3. There are 3 vowels. And how many consonants are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 consonants are there. And all that you have to do is write a loop. Okay. For whatever string they have given, convert it into either uppercase or lowercase. You can make use of 2 uppercase method. Let's assume that you have stored it in str.2 uppercase. Then you can write a loop where the loop you can tell I equal to 0. I want to start from the starting index. I want to have I less than str length. can tell I plus. You should check whatever character you have encountered. When I value is L in the string, if the character present at the index I caret I, if it is uppercase, this Tendulkar would be now available in uppercase. Okay, and after you convert, you should restore it in a string. So now I'm going to check whether the or same thing is str dot is str I. If it is not A, you are checking at least if it is equal to I, or if the character is equal to O. You are going to compare if the character is I, O, you have encountered variable initialize it to 0, you would have declared one more variable. In case the character happens to be IOU, you can increment your oval, your consonant. I'm assuming that whatever string I have given, it contains only the character. So I'll either increment the oval count or I'm going to increment the consonant. And here, when you want to write the comments, what you can do after you have told integer type oval equal to 0, then consonant equal to 0. Then maybe you have told str equal to str like this. Then how do you write the comments you asked me? Just do forward slash is what you should tell. Then you can tell initialize oval count. Then you initialize consonant count. So that when we look at the program after some time, if I go through the command, I should be able to understand. Here, convert string to uppercase. Convert the string to uppercase. Then you have written L2. There you can tell to check consonants and vowels. Fixed message that has to be put for the comments. Whatever you feel like, if this is the comment, then it will be easy for another person or maybe for myself to understand. Whatever you feel, you can write that comment. Like this only your comment should be, these many words only should be there, these many characters only should, that much restriction is not there. At least we have that much liberty. So whatever I feel like providing, that I can provide it, no problem. So in case of string, this is one important program, counting the number of vowels and consonants. And I told you something called as anagram. I want to check whether the given string is anagram or not. Sir, first of all, what do you mean by anagram, sir? I have not heard about that only. So str into str case, use again same variable string. So if you have the whole text will int it. For example, if you str equal to, maybe I have told such it. If you tell like that, pointing to the string such, then I will tell yes, uppercase. So when you tell this, str will be converted to uppercase, and case. Don't think that the same string will be modified. Clone one more string object. It will give you one more additional string object, which is section in here. Your str will stop pointing to this. It will start modify the existing string. Rather, it will create a new string. For the new string, I am creating a new reference. Into the anagram part. What do you mean by anagram? There are two things. One is not that important, but at least anagram you have to know. Consider one string called you know that called add. So add and add, we tell that both of them are anagrams. Next, I will take one more example. I will take creative. I will take one more example called reactive. We say creative and reactive, both of them are anagrams. I think you might have got an idea what exactly is the meaning of anagram and when do we say two strings are anagrams. If I take one more example, maybe I will tell that another string I will take ada, like I will take. These two are anagrams or not, if you ask me? No, they are not anagrams. So what do you mean by anagrams? Basically, whatever characters you have in the first string, if you have the same characters in the second string, I repeat, it is not that the number of characters should be same. Here also three characters, here also three characters, then we don't tell anagrams. Here if I have one D, here also one D should be there. Here I have A. Here also I have A. Here I have D. Here also I have D. First thing, number of characters should be same. Second one, how many characters you have. A, if you have one character in the first string, your second string also should contain one A. If your first string has two B's, then second string also should have two B's only. Here I have two B's. Here also there are two B's. Here if there was one, here if there were two, then I can't call it as anagram. Basically, whatever characters you have in the first string, the same characters in the second string, but at different places. That's it. Creative and reactive. See, I have C, I have C, I have R, I have R, E, here also E, A, here also A, T, here also T, I, here also I, B, here also V, E, here also V, E. So whatever you have here, same you have in the second string, but not in the same order. C is at the 0th index, but here it is at the 3rd index. R is at the first index, but here it is at the 0th index. So indices can be different, but characters will have to be same. Same characters will have to be present. Yes, none and neon, that also can be considered as anagrams. Okay, but how do we check whether they are anagrams or not? How do we write the program? Okay, we have understood that same characters but are organized in a different order. Okay, logically what anagram is, that we know. But how do we write a program? Writing the program is actually very simple. I'll tell it in a superficial way. So maybe you have two strings. You have str1, which is equal to, why to take everything in capital, we will do one thing. I'll mix both capital and small. String type str1 equal to that. String type str2 equal to that. This is what I tell. Now, what I'm going to do is, whatever strings they have given, I want to check whether they are anagrams or not. So I will have to compare both of them and check whether both of them contain the same characters. That is what, sir. Will you take the first character and compare it with every other character of str2? Will you take the second one, compare it with str2? If you want, you can do like that, but I feel that would be a complicated one. We have an inbuilt methods. If in case inbuilt methods were not there, we would have created array and we would have stored all the character count in the array, then we would have compared it. But that logic is really not required here, because we have the facility in Java where you can solve this program easily. So when you already have some inbuilt functions, it would be foolish thing if we don't utilize it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is str1 equal to str1 dot 2 uppercase. I'm going to convert it into uppercase. So when you convert the first string into uppercase, you will get a string like this. Then I will tell str2 equal to str2 dot 2 uppercase. And here the second string I'm going to convert it into uppercase. Okay. After that, what to do, sir? After that, you can sort both of them. Whatever string one you have and whatever second string you have, you can sort them. Sorting means all the characters, as per their increasing order, you can store them. For example, let A come first, then B come, then C come. You can sort them. If in case you want, strongly you can. If yes, it's equal to str2 dot length. Whatever sorting is only if the length are equal. If the length of first string and second string are not equal, your common sense should tell that 100% they are not anagrams. So if the length is not equal, anagrams. They are not anagrams. Like that I am going to tell. Okay, sir. After that, what do we do, sir? After that, I am going to sort them. And in order to sort the given array, if you have it in the string format, it may not be sufficient. It may not be a good idea. So what I will do, whatever str1 I have, that string, I will convert it into character array. Please remember, string is different, character array is different. How are they different, sir? If I have to tell you how both of them are different, let me erase all this. If you have a string by name type array. Maybe STR only, but this is an array that I'm taking. Here I have S, A, C, H, I, N. Here also you have the indices 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here also that everything remains the same. Then what is the difference between these two? The difference is because the element presented as 0th index, I want to print, compiler won't accept. Direct index-based accessing using the reference is not permitted. The same, I want to print whatever is there at str of 0, it will give you yes. That is the reason. Don't be under an impression that anyway string and character array both are same. Are not same. Now what it will do, the first string whatever I have, str1, I'm going to convert it into character array. In order to convert it into an array of characters, we have an inbuilt method called it in maybe S1. And remember, S1 is a character type array. Similarly, even the second string, I'm going to convert it into character array. Maybe I will store it in S2, which I'm going to tell it as a character type array. Okay, after converting, now because your S1 and S2 are character type array, in our array we have an inbuilt method. I will tell arrays dot sort. Okay, would you like to sort? I would like to sort S1. Then I will tell arrays dot sort. Would you like to sort? I would like to sort the array S2. When you tell this, so my S1 initially had what? This one, that, but you convert it into an array of characters. S2, what did it have initially? Whatever string you had add, that only you had it here. Now, when you tell you want to sort S1, alphabetically this will get sorted. A comes first, B, and then add. Anyway, that is already the sorted order. Once you sort them, then you can compare both of them, whether they are equal or not. If you check if they are equal, you can tell they are anagrams. If the character array S1 and S2 are not equal, then you can tell they are not anagrams. Instead of add and that, you had creative and reactive. Reactive. After you have sorted them, so it will be having A, C, there are two E's, so A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, then I think it will be R, and then it will be T. So this, if you sort, you will get it like this, alphabetical order. Reactive, when you sort, you will get it in the same order.
V.
Sorry, V we have missed.
V.
Okay, U, V at the end I can just write the V. Yeah. So once you have sorted them, compare these two. If they are equal, you can tell they are anagrams. If they are not equal, you can tell they are not anagrams. So this is the logic that you are going to follow in order to check whether the given two strings are anagrams or not. Sort them, compare both of them, equal, anagrams. Not equal, they are not anagrams. So that is what you can do. And then even with respect to arrays, there are plenty of programs that you can expect. Maybe, they'll give you an array having different types of elements. They might ask you to sort even numbers and odd numbers in an array. So how many even numbers are there? Group them at one place. How many odd numbers are there in an array? Group them at different place. For example, if this is your array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, what they want you to do is, so 1, then it is 3, 5, 7. All odd numbers you may have to store it in one array. All one numbers are odd array. This is your even array. And I think it's a pretty straightforward question. I hope all of you be able to do it, because all that you should do is divide whatever element you have. Assume this name of array happens to be a r. I will tell a r of I. Whichever index I is pointing to, I'll get that element. I will divide it by, but I'm not interested in the quotient. If the remainder happens to be 0, then you push if you don't get the remainder as 0, push it into an order. That's it. So if you follow that, you will be able to get how many, you will be able to separate all the even numbers and odd numbers. You would also be able to store. So this is what in case of arrays and strings that you can focus. Then in the fourth unit, we had our discussion about inheritance. In inheritance, as I told you, execution of a constructor in inheritance, where you will encounter super method call. What is the meaning of constructor chaining? That becomes important. You can focus on that. In addition to that, whenever you have an abstract class, so I think we wrote one example where we have taken the shapes. We have taken square, we have taken rectangle, we have taken circle. Or I think triangle, rectangle, and circle. That is what we have taken. So you can take same example and you can demonstrate how the abstract classes can be used in our Java programming. So apart from that, I don't think in inheritance there would be anything else that is really more important. And of course, whenever you try to implement any inheritance program or abstract class program, naturally polymorphic version is what you need to write. So your code should have that polymorphic version in the program. So that is something that you need to focus upon. Then after that, in the next unit, I think we discussed about interfaces and packages. So interfaces and packages, more than the theoretical question, it would be MCQ type question that you can expect, because in interfaces it is more of rules related. So if I tell one method in the interface, what method will it be treated as? What is the access modifier? Will it be automatically public, abstract? And if there are two interfaces, can one class implement both of them? So since there are rules based concepts that you have interfaces, more than the programming or any theoretical question type of question, you can expect MCQs in that type. Next, exception handling. Exception handling also, predominantly it is the MCQs that you can expect. Maybe you can go through the custom exception. So how do we create custom exception? What is the procedure? And you have to extend your exception class. Then you have to give the body for get message method. That is something that you can focus upon. Again, then the multi-threading part. Multi-threading part, situational based question. They will ask you, there have to be 3 threads in the program, where one thread should keep printing the good morning, second thread should keep printing hello, third thread should keep printing welcome. Maybe for the first thread there should be 1 second of delay, second thread there should be 2 seconds delay, third thread 3 seconds. Write a program for that. All that you have to do is create 3 threads, write a loop, how many times they have asked you to display, and if they want first thread to a delay of 1 second, inside the loop, after you print good morning, thread dot sleep of 1000. If they want 2 seconds delay, thread dot sleep of introduce is going to tell the value in the milliseconds. So if you want 1 second, you should tell 1000. So that is what you can have. And in addition to that, MCQs, there can be many things related to rules that you might have to remember. So MCQs definitely anticipate from that. Then in the 8th unit, we have discussed about GUI programming, where we have seen how to display different colors on the screen, how to display the button, how to display the radio button. So all the JJ panel, all that we have discussed. So from the programming point of view, we don't normally use the GUI programming because we have so many front-end technologies which are much more advanced and much more convenient to use than in our Java application. So designing part and all that, using Java, Angular, using CSS, you make it much more lucrative when compared to what we have in GUI programming. So GUI, you can absolutely expect no theoretical questions because it is not that important. But anyway, the MCQs, you can have it. Then we had Java input and output, where we have seen how to take an input from a file and how that input can be transferred from one file to another file. So there also, theoretically, I don't think there can be any question, but practically, the MCQ wise, you can expect some questions. Definitely, it can be there. Okay. Then, can you please tell MCQ chapter and descriptive chapter numbers? See, MCQs, what will happen? You will have it from every unit. Right from first unit to 15th unit, you will have the MCQs from every unit. But descriptive questions, first unit you can expect, where you have some theoretical question. You can expect it from the second unit. What is the difference between constructor and ordinary method? Write a note on local chaining and constructor chaining. Write a program to count the number of objects that are created. So from second unit, you can expect descriptive. From third unit, you can expect descriptive. They can ask you to write a program for, as I told you, counting the number of ovals and consonants, or maybe, checking whether two strings are anagrams or not, or separating even numbers and odd numbers, or separating positive numbers and negative numbers. Like that, you can expect descriptive type questions in the third unit, that is arrays and strings. Then in inheritance, you can have one or two descriptive question where abstract classes example can be there, or constructor chaining, local chaining, that is also a part of inheritance. Then in multi-threading, you can expect one descriptive question. GUI programming, that I'm very, very confident you will not get it because we don't use it in our recent projects. So there you can't expect. Then Java IO, you need not have to focus more on the descriptive question. If you focus more on MCQ, that would be sufficient. Then we have discussed about enumerations, auto boxing, and annotations. Again, annotations, auto boxing, and enumerations. Asking a descriptive question is little difficult because they can't simply tell, write a note on annotation, write a note on overridden annotation. That will not be, you will not be able to get such a lengthy answer. Even if there is a question on annotation, maybe for 1 or 2 marks they can ask, but not for 5 marks. So enumeration, auto boxing, annotation, MCQ, you can't expect any theoretical question or descriptive question. Networking, it might be little important, because what will happen, networking means you will have to transfer the data from one place to another place, or whenever you want to make two